deaf and dumb.
Hello.
I'm Dan.
I'm Dudley. I'm coming across the internet.
Well, yeah, you are, but you're not going to sound different unless you want me to add an effect on you. No, you're well, I mean, this doesn't make sense because you're just recording on your end and you're going to send it to me, so I'm not recording.
No, you're recording through the internet.
No, I'm not. Because that would be a considerable quality loss.
Yeah. We're doing it the right way.
Yes, we are. It's more work, but it works.
It works. If it don't work...
So, how's your week been?
I didn't have my notes up. I'm ready for your question now.
What? Are you prepared, Dudley? You're not in the same room with me, so it's hard for me to keep you in check.
I am prepared.
Uh-huh.
The nice thing about doing it this way is I don't have to wear pants.
You did before?
No comment.
I mean, it's a podcast. You could always not wear pants. I mean, Anyway. So, yeah, it's weird. I feel like I'm in a room by myself talking to you, but it's all right.
Me too. I'm in a room by myself, too.
Uh-huh. This is our collective narcissistic dreams.
Mm-hmm. Talking to ourselves.
Talking to someone in a room by ourselves.
Yep.
So how's your week been?
Wasn't bad.
Bad.
I have gotten some game time in, and that's always good.
That is good. I got a bunch of game time in, too. Mostly on the weekend, but...
yeah, I would get a little bit here and there in the evenings. So that was nice. Got a couple of new games this week.
Yeah, what did you get?
I got... the first thing I got was Battlefield 1.
Oh, yes. You and I played together.
We have been playing Battlefield 1 together.
Uh-huh.
Doing the multiplayer.
Yes, we have.
Or as I call it, me sitting there while Daniel gets angry.
That's not true. That's not an accurate name.
I think that's pretty accurate.
I'm not angry. Why do you say that? Why you say I was angry?
Okay, the first day we played, you were getting pretty angry.
Well, I forgot that the Battlefield 1 interface is kind of janky and confusing, and I wasn't, I was tired. It was the end of the day, and then, I thought, we could just jump in a game, and then you were being a pain in the ass and didn't understand how to get in the game, and...
Well, because I'd only, at this point, played the single player a little bit, so I hadn't played the multiplayer, and I had no idea how the system worked. And it's been a while since I've played any multiplayer online game.
Yeah.
Most of the time I play multiplayer, it's either local or it's like at the LAN. Otherwise, I haven't played online in a while.
You haven't been on the internet?
I have not been on the internet.
Strangers?
Yes.
So you haven't played with strangers in a while. Well, and I didn't know, because we were in a group together, I was kind of thinking Overwatch settings, where, like, when I join a game with Robert invites me to a group, and he's in charge of the group, and I just go wherever he goes. Like, if he joins a game, I automatically join it. And so I was kind of expecting the same thing, which you did. But then, we get to the squad selection menu, and that's where we seem to have trouble.
Yeah, well, I kind of got frustrated because I didn't realize I had to click anything. And the wording on that menu is kind of weird. Yeah. So the first thing you see when you get into a game is the squad menu, and then you pick a squad, and you go on. Well, I didn't know you have to pick it, and then... it usually puts you in one first, and then you have to decide if you want to stay and I want to move to another one.
Yeah.
And then you have to hit, at the bottom it says skip, which is a weird word for
it seems
go
like
to the next page.
Yeah. I had that trouble too, because
why don't they put join game or anything else?
Yeah.
But skip, it's not the word I would have used.
Yeah,
and so it was kind of confusing me.
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
I had the same problem because we finally figured out we could set up a private squad for just you and I, so we could just see, and we would be different colors, so we can see each other and know where each other were on the map. And I was having trouble because I kept wanting to click, and normally you just click the little button to join a squad next to the name. Yeah. While I was like doing that and leaving the squad, because we would be putting a squad together, and instead of going down and clicking skip like you were talking about, I would just click the little button next to the squad name, which took me out of the squad.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this isn't confusing.
Yeah, that's my biggest complaint with Battlefield 1 is the interface.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
It's a little weird, and I don't particularly like Origins.
Yeah, I don't either.
Now, Origins is... Okay, the only thing better that Origins does that seems better than Steam is the voice chat. The voice chat works fairly well. Other than that, I don't like anything else about it.
Yeah, I tried, because you're supposed to be able to access, like Steam, you can access it while you're in the game. The first time I tried to do it, all the windows would show up and they would just be empty. Like, I could select a menu, my friends list, and because you were calling me, I was already in the game, and you were using Origins to set up a voice chat, and I was trying to join it. Well, I hit the Shift F1 or whatever it is to open the menu, and then I couldn't find the menu. The menu wouldn't load, so I couldn't say let's talk.
Yeah, so there's that issue. Also, okay, so in Steam, it's a different command, but it's Shift Tab is what it is.
Shift Tab.
Shift Tab in Steam will take you to the Steam window.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you're in the Steam window, no matter what you do, if you open up a web page or if you look at your friends list, it doesn't matter. If you hit Shift Tab again, it goes back to the game.
Yeah.
Where in Origins, you hit the Shift F1, it takes you to the menu, and if you open the friends list and you start, I'm going to get a voice chat going, you have to close all the windows before you can hit Shift F1 again to...
is that it? I thought you just had to hit Escape to get out of it, because I ran into it where I was like, Shift F1, and I thought, Shift F1 should take me back out again.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't. Well,
and so you have to close the windows before it works.
See, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's really, really weird. And,
also Battlefield 1's menus are a little confusing. The stuff's all over the place. And also, when you finish a game, you can't just, you have to quit either immediately, or as soon as you get to the post-game, stats and stuff, where it's showing who did well and everything, and you can look at your personal stat and see who gets the battle pack, if you sit and watch to see if your name shows up on the battle pack, that little button that says quit in the bottom left corner of the window goes away after a few seconds.
I haven't had that problem.
I have. It just goes away, and I can't get out of the game until the next menu load, and then I have to quit, or I have to go all the way into the game before it lets me quit. And it's so annoying. It's like I've been stuck in games for an extra 5 minutes or so, trying just so I could get out and quit. I have just hit Alt F4 just to close Battlefield 1 just to get out faster.
Yeah, now I have had issues where we quit a game and it just stuck in perpetual loading. So it won't, or deloading, should I say, because I'm going to the menu. Yeah. And it just sits there and spins.
Yeah,
and
I've had that problem too.
And we've sat there for a couple minutes, and finally I just had to quit the game.
Yeah.
Restart it to get it back on track.
Yeah. They really need to do something about that. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, kind of annoying. Now, that aside, the game is great.
Yes, it is.
The game is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
I played a little bit of the single player, not a lot. I maybe put an hour into it. But I spent some time on the multiplayer with you, and I really enjoy playing it.
Yeah.
I die a lot.
Yeah.
I lose a lot. But that's because I've just started. I don't have any good stuff. And
let's say it's that.
That's my excuse until I get better stuff. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I like it a lot. I felt the same way until I got played it a little more. Also, the first night we were playing, I did terrible, and I didn't get a single kill the whole hour we were playing. I didn't get one. I got no kills. I died shit ton and did not get a single kill. And then what I think it was because I've migrated my entertainment systems and setups into your old room, and so I was sitting on a couch with the keyboard in my lap, looking at my big 4K TV. And I don't know if it was the TV or the distance I was sitting with. I just couldn't see anything, and also my eyes are fucked up right now. But anyway, I since have moved back over to the desk and sitting in front of my PC monitor, and it's a huge improvement.
So
I was playing the other day, and I was playing Overwatch and I was suddenly doing really, really well.
So what you're saying is, to be good at Battlefield 1 is not to play it on a 4K TV, to play it on 1080.
I don't know if that's it.
That's what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm saying with my current eyesight and eye straining problems, and sitting on a couch in front, a good bit away from a big screen, it may not be ideal.
You heard it here, people. 4K is not the future.
No, that is not what I'm saying at all.
The future is
I had no problems with it.
24-inch. 1080 monitors. That's where it's at.
I have a 27-inch.
I'm sorry. Okay, 27-inch 1080 monitors. That's the future. 4K, waste of money.
No, it's not a waste of money. It looks great, and movies look fantastic on that thing. And the games look great too. I just, for whatever reason, I can't seem to see anything while I'm on it. And maybe I need to adjust some of the settings or color settings or something. But for whatever reason, I can't seem to see anything. At least in Battlefield, which is Battlefield 1, the game, it's hard to see anything anyway in that game.
Well, war is messy, and it's a messy game.
Yes,
and there's a lot of. Wait, is that the enemy? Oh, you have to really pay attention to uniforms in that game. If you did not have the player indicators,
I just look for the names. If I don't see a name, I start shooting.
Yeah, if you don't have an indicator saying this is your teammate, then you just fire away.
Yeah, which I think there's a mode that does that in Battlefield 1. I think there's like a hardcore mode or something like that where you can you have no nameplates. You have no so you can't tell who's your friend, who's your enemies, and you have no indication when you've shot someone. You know how you get that little X thing that pops up when you do damage to someone. You don't get that, so you don't know if you're hitting anyone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
I don't think I've seen that.
You don't. Are you just not hurting anyone? When you shoot someone around your crosshair, you get a little thing that pops up.
Oh.
And it says how much damage underneath as well.
Maybe I just haven't hit enough people to notice that.
You get it's a common thing in most shooters now. It gives you it lets you know that you're hitting someone.
Yeah, it lets you know that you're doing good.
Oh yeah, it lets you know you're damaging.
Yeah, so Battlefield 1, good. I'll be playing it more this week.
Yeah, maybe we can play some more this evening.
Yeah, if I don't go over to Bro Rob's.
You're going to Brob's
for
you
for
can
Pokemon
see Brob.
Westworld.
You can see Brob whenever you want.
I'll probably play with you for a little while.
Unless I decide to go see a movie or something.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I'm just going to be busy.
With who?
I didn't say with anyone. I can be busy by myself.
Okay. That's all right. You have fun by yourself.
What? You're reading way too much into that.
I'm reading everything. I have words in front of me. So other games we've been playing.
Yeah, I played Guildball again this week.
Guildball, yes.
Yeah, I played with John Dorsey.
Okay, wait.
Our buddy John Dorsey.
Before you go on, let me guess.
Mm-hmm.
You did not win.
Technically, no one won because we did not finish the game.
Oh. Well, I guess that's better than losing.
I mean, things weren't going my way, but I think I would have probably come close to winning. I was playing the Butchers this time instead of my usual Morticians, and he was playing the Alchemist. And he has not played the game in a long time, and even then has very little experience playing it, so he was still kind of new to this mode, so he was going a lot slower and kind of taking his time and trying to get his head wrapped around it. And oddly enough, it made me feel like I knew the game really well, because I was actually able to answer his questions. And of course, Gary was sitting right there, and so he could, anytime we were I was uncertain, we could throw it to him, and he would answer for us. But I was feeling pretty good about the game, and the Butchers are a lot of fun. Oh man, they are so fun. because they don't care about scoring so much as just beating the shit out of the other team.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing. Though I did try to score and I did miss. But
you shouldn't have done that. You should have.
Well, it was cool. It was one of the things I have this weird thing I do in Guildball where I have that one model that normally it's not really supposed to be scoring, but then I see an opportunity where I can get them in to score. Like I think I talked about forever ago. I played and I made a score using my mascot, the bird mascot for Mortician.
Yeah, you talked about it.
And how generally, he doesn't really have the stats or to really back that up, but I was able to do it. And I was in a similar situation where there's one mercenary guy, a Union model called Rage. He's based off of Bill the Butcher from Gangs of New York.
Daniel Day-Lewis character.
Yeah, he's awesome. And I need to get that model because he'll play for the Morticians, and he'll also play for Butchers. Well, since I was playing Butchers, and he's like a good model for playing with Butchers, and he's just vicious. He's mean. And, he was all the way over there. I was setting him up to just do some murdering, which he'd already beat up some people already. But then I realized he's in a great position to kick the ball to him and send him in the score. And so that's what I did. And I missed.
See, that was your mistake.
I should have just went for the murdering.
They don't want to score; they just want to kill. And you were trying to score. There's no scoring in Guildball. It's just murder.
There is lots of scoring in Guildball. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know anything about Guildball.
But Gary's thing. I think Gary's getting the vibe that I get angry and I don't like this game. And I do like the game. I get a little frustrated, and here lately it's because. I've had a long day, and my eyes get really tired by the end of the day, so it's hard for me to see, and I've been getting kind of just exhausted and a little frustrated from that. That doesn't help, but I have been enjoying it. I want to win, and I have yet to win, and so, but Gary and I are playing, we should be playing this week. As far as I know, we're playing this week, so hopefully I will, maybe we'll have a change of pace. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure what team I'm going to play next, but I will be playing again soon.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's one of the games I would like to play at some point because it seemed seemed fun and slightly smaller scale than.
Much smaller scale than
War Machine.
Yeah, I mean you need 6 models and you can play.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty cool. I like that concept, and I'd like to check it out and try it out.
Yeah, I definitely am thinking about buying a set of Butchers, just to have because I like playing them, and I've been wanting to get them anyway. But yeah.
Okay. So something else we've been both been playing this week that just came out Friday.
What's that?
Pokemon.
Sun
and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
I got Sun, you got Moon.
I did.
I bought a physical copy, and
I did not, and that was a mistake.
And you got a digital copy.
Yes.
How did that go for you?
That went like shit. Is what it did. I got home. Around what? I got off work a little early, so I got home about 5:30, and then I was gonna download it then. Well, then we went to dinner and we went out to eat, so we went and eat, and then I came back home. Then I started downloading it, and I immediately regretted doing it that way. I wish I had just gone and bought a physical copy for a couple of different ones. One, I had to delete stuff on my console to make room for it. Apparently, I thought I had more room than I did, and I did not have it. I had to delete several other extra games and just to clear up space enough to download it. So now my new 3DS is already full again because I deleted just enough to get that game on there. That was one. Two, I ended up spending more money because, one, I could have bought it off Amazon for cheaper than the retail price.
Amazon's the cheapest way to get it right now.
Yeah, and I could have bought it off there for less than regular retail. And so I ended up spending $50 because you had to buy the stupid Nintendo dollars.
$10 is what I call them.
$10.
I don't know what
they're actually called, but you buy the in-shop currency, and they only offered it in 10, 20, and 50 and higher bunches. So I didn't have any. I had $2 in it. So that means I had to add $50 worth of money into my account just to buy a $40 game.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of annoyed about that. So I now have like $10 extra dollars on there that I didn't need to spend on it. So I was a little annoyed about that. And then it took forever to download.
Yeah.
I started it like at 6 or it was probably 7-ish when I started it. I did not have it ready to download and ready to play until midnight. And I just left it downloading
So that's what, 5 hours? Took 5 hours
and so I loaded it up, played the beginning of it, and then got to the point where I picked my Pokemon, my starter, and then I quit for the night.
Which Pokemon did you start with?
I started with Rowlett.
Rowlett, the little cute owl.
Oh, he's so adorable.
He's adorable.
He's so adorable. I have yet to regret my choice. Every time I look at him, I'm just like, nope, this was the best one.
I will give you that because I went with Licton. The cat, the fire cat, who becomes a pro wrestler at some point. I always go with the fire. Every game I always pick the fire. The little owl almost had me, and I thought, oh, he's cute. Everything I seen him, I was like, he's cute. And then I went on. But when I was playing the game and I got to that point, and the guy's like, whoa, let's take a look at the Pokemon, threw out the 3 Pokemon. And Rowlett, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Rowlett. I assume
it's
that's
the first choice.
I don't know.
It's the first option. And it goes down the line, it starts with him, and it goes to each other. And it shows him, and he does this little twirl.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, God.
His head, he's like an owl. He's an owl, so his head will turn all the way 180 degrees. He'll do that sometimes. He'll turn all the way around, look back, and come back, which is adorable. And
it's just adorable.
The best thing I've seen so far. I was sitting next to my mom playing it, and I said, Mom, you have to watch this. This is the most adorable thing ever. I got one of his moves he gets is called Astonish.
Okay.
And it's it's basically like a surprise attack type thing. Okay. And what he does is, what his model does when he does that hack is he just simply turns around, faces the other way, and then just suddenly sweeps back around and faces them again. And it sparks and stuff, but it's just all he does is turn around and go, I'm back! And it's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. And this is the best thing ever. And I love him. I love him. He's the best thing ever.
My biggest problem is if I had picked him, I would never evolve him.
I almost feel that way. I feel like I maybe should keep him that way.
Because if you evolve him, he loses the cuteness.
He does, but he does get. I don't know. I can't remember what his second evolution looks like, but his third one's pretty badass.
The second one is like a unibrow owl. He's like a big owl, basically, with a unibrow, and he's very serious looking.
I'm gonna have to look it up because I don't remember.
So I went with Licton. I bought the game on my lunch break on Friday, and so I bought a physical copy. But I went into Best Buy to get it, and I was a little concerned because I went up the shelf in the Nintendo aisle, and they didn't have it. I was like, it came out today, they should have it. And I was like, I went down and I found the spot, and it was labeled Pokemon Sun and Moon, and then Pokemon Moon. No games there, and I was like, oh, no. I'm going to have to go somewhere else, go find a GameStop or something, try to find another copy, because Best Buy didn't have it. And I was like, okay, I got to ask somebody. I start walking towards the help desk thing. I went over there, and then they had someone else helping. I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and double check. I went over, back, and then as I was walking back, one of the guys who worked there was walking to my direction. I was like, he was like, hey, can I help you? I was like, yeah, do you have Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Sun and Moon? And he goes, yeah, we just got it. And he hands me one. He was holding Pokemon Sun in his hand. He handed it to me, and I was like,
nice.
Oh,
there you go.
All right. He goes, we just got him. I was like, oh, awesome. Thank you. And I left. So it was.
Wait, you paid for it, right?
Yes, of course.
You did not steal it.
I did not steal the game. And if I did, there's no evidence that I have done it.
Well, I mean, if this is not an admission of guilt.
It is not. This is not a. Nothing on this show is admissible in court.
Oh,
I just want to say that right now.
I don't know. I don't know if that's how it works. I don't think you can just say you can't use any of this and then say whatever you want.
Well, yes, it's called, you can't tell me which one of us is saying this right now.
Well, I mean, if they listen well enough, they'll know based on which side of the stereo
There's no
you're
concrete evidence that you are you and I am me.
I think we covered this in like the first or second or third episode.
No.
And you're like, I'm over here, and I'm over here.
Inadmissible.
I would talk to a lawyer before you go too crazy with that.
Okay, not gonna do that. They cost money.
Well, yeah, they do. Generally do.
Okay, let's talk about some of the stuff in Pokemon Go. I mean, not Go. Pokemon Sun and Moon that I like. I don't know how much you played it.
Okay. Let's talk about all the things that you like.
Let's talk about the things that I like.
Uh-huh. All right. What do you
first
like?
First off, I don't know, you may not have noticed this, but in the Pokédex, have you noticed there's a QR code?
Yes.
You know what it is?
I think isn't it where you can get like information on those Pokemon?
Kind of. You think that's what it was. Like, I thought that's what I thought when I first loaded it. I was like, I can scan this with my phone and do it? No. That might work, I don't know. But what it's for is, and I found
the game has a QR scanner in it.
It has a QR scanner. You can scan someone else's game that's next to you.
Uh-huh.
And so and me and Graham tried this out this weekend.
Our buddy Graham.
We spent Saturday playing Pokemon together.
Oh, that's just adorable.
He had a Pokemon that I hadn't seen yet.
Uh-huh.
So I went over and scanned it with my game.
Uh-huh.
It hit that Pokemon to my Pokédex.
Really?
Yes.
Like as if you've seen it?
As if I have seen it. It doesn't give any stats or anything, but that's not all it does. If you go into the Pokédex at the bottom of the corner and you select a Pokemon at the bottom right corner, there's a deal that says Habitat. If you click that, it pulls up the map, and it shows
you where you can
find those Pokemon.
Oh, shit, that's amazing.
On the map.
That's so cool. So
and
you can works. Hey, I want one of those, and they can scan it and then find out where they can go to find them.
So
really
down
cool.
to like a patch of grass, it will show you where it is.
Really?
Yeah, so I scanned a bunch of stuff and then went Saturday evening and I was looking for a Pichu.
Uh-huh.
And I went and I found one. It took me 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Of just walking around in the same patch of grass, but I found one and it works.
Very nice.
The other thing it does is it has a point system for when you scan someone else's Pokédex.
Uh-huh.
If you do it 10 times in one day, which is the limit you can do in a day, if you do it 10 times, you get 100 points. And then it will...
Wait, you get 100 points for scanning, or they get 100 points for being scanned?
You get a point per each scan.
Okay.
So you get 10 points for each scan.
Okay.
You can do 10 of them in a day, and which add up to 100.
Yeah, I can do math.
Good math. And then, once you get 100, you can do an island scan.
Okay.
And so what that does is it scans the island, and it tells you where a quote-unquote rare Pokemon is.
Yeah.
And it'll show you the silhouette of it, and like, this Pokemon can be found in this area, and it tells you, like mine, it says, I can't remember the name of the city, but the city graveyard.
Oh, really?
And but you have to go to it within an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you get there an hour and run around, you can find a quote-unquote rare Pokemon.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't able to do it because we were leaving. We were over at Bro Rob's place when we were playing. And so I was leaving when I did it, and I was like, oh, I have to do this in an hour. And then I didn't get back to it in time to do it. It's real-time hour, too. So
yeah.
Yeah, and of course the area I had to go to I hadn't been to yet, so I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, I imagine it helps if you've been that bigger areas you can actually go back to.
But that's
cool.
It's really cool because it will actually help you find Pokemon you're looking for.
Yeah, that's
if your
really
friends
cool.
have seen one.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It seems like they've done a lot of things just to shake it up. A lot of things to make the game more accessible and give us more ways other than just walking around in grass. Or, like in the old days when we had all these Poke strategy guides, and we would just use those, and that would tell us what grass areas to look for a certain Pokemon. We just spend go to that area and search all that. But now there's a way built into the game to do that stuff. And that's awesome. That's really cool.
It's really cool. I like it. And it's also a good reason to play with other people. Mm-hmm. So, me and Graham and Robert.
Well,
Robert hadn't got it yet. He just texted me he got Sun and Moon.
Did he say
I can't remember which one he got. I think he got Moon.
Yeah, I know him and his wife were both getting it. So I'm sure they got it.
They apparently, she convinced him to go ahead and get it.
Uh-huh.
So they got it. And so I may go over a little early because I watched Westworld with them and played some Pokemon. But it's a good incentive to share, and that's cool.
That's cool. Well, I had someone here who I was going to play with, but they went ahead and left.
Oh.
So I don't have anybody to play with.
Who would do that to you?
I can't imagine. So I don't have anyone to scan on. So what you're going to have to do is send me pictures of every Pokemon that you capture of the QR code so I can scan.
Well, yeah, I guess that'll work. I don't know.
Yeah, it should. I don't see why it wouldn't, as long as the picture is clear.
That sounds like cheating.
No, it's not. It's the same thing. How's it different? I bet you could go online and someone's already consolidating a list of all the QRs.
I wouldn't doubt it. But I'm curious. They probably are individually set for that Pokemon, so the stats are individually. The QR changes. It's not the same QR for all the Pokemon. It's changed based on the stats of the Pokemon.
Oh, you think so?
Because I was able to scan Pokemon that I had already seen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. So I could still scan them even though I had already seen them or already caught them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the only problem I have with the game right now.
Yeah.
It just takes a long time to get really into the game.
Yeah, it seems like I'm still in the tutorial part, and that's always in the last few Pokemon games I've had that same problem. It always feels like I just want to get going, exploring the world and catching Pokemon, but it's wanting me to do all this stuff, and it's wanting to train me how to do all this new stuff. Which some of it's useful and some of it's cool, but let me go catch Pokemon. Yeah. I just finished. I'm at the point where I just finished the little trainer school thing.
Yeah.
That's where I am. I just finished that. So I'm about to move on into the other city or whatever, or the first big city or whatever.
I'm in the city. I just got to that point, so I'm not too much farther than you. Yeah. But it takes a while to get through all that.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff and I'm trying to be thorough.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. There is another deal. There's the I cannot remember what it's called. I meant to write it down, but I forgot. It's called something Plaza. It's on the menu.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fantasy
Plaza?
Something like that. Yeah,
Fantasy. I think it's Fantasy
I jumped
Plaza.
into that just because I saw the menu and I clicked it, and then suddenly I was in some other place, and I'm like, whoa, what is this? And I kind of fiddled around with it, but I don't. I guess it's like a weird meeting place for.
It's kind of a social thing with you and other players.
Yeah, so you can meet up with people online there, or meet people who are nearby, and that seems kind of cool. But I don't really fully know what you do.
Me and Graham were playing, and so he shows up in my Fantasy Plaza.
Yeah.
And I can actually page him. I'm using air quotes here.
Yeah.
Page him to pull his character into my game, even though he actually doesn't physically come to my game. It's just a avatar version of him.
Oh, okay.
And then I can actually get updates on how he's doing in the game and see his stats, like how many Pokemon he's seen, how many
Festival
has he caught.
Plaza. It's Festival Plaza.
Festival Plaza.
Not Fantasy.
Fantasy. That's something completely different.
Yeah, that's a different place. Don't go there.
Don't go there unless you're experienced.
Okay.
But you can also set your greetings and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can set when you join a game, you can say aloha, or when you leave a game. So my guy, when he comes into someone's festival plaza, he says aloha like everyone else in the game. Mm-hmm. But then when he leaves, he says, "Don't catch a cold."
Don't catch a cold.
Yeah, it's really random. But
Why?
I was like,
did you set that?
Yeah, there's a menu of a list of a ton of responses, and you can set it to whatever you want.
And you set it to "Don't catch a cold."
And I set it to "Don't catch a cold."
Why?
So when I'm leaving, it'll say, "Don't catch a cold." I said, I leave you with this message: "Don't catch a cold." And that's it. It's gone.
Catch Pokemon, not code.
Graham, on the other hand, he changed all of his to the same thing. So no matter what, if he's leaving, being surprised, nothing. He says the exact same thing.
What is
you
that?
want to know what it is?
Yes, I do. What does he say?
I like youngsters.
Well, oh.
So if he shows up in my game, he goes, I like youngsters.
Uh-oh. We're going to have a talk with Graham on that one. That's terrible. That's awful.
Funny.
He says that on everything. That's that's all he says.
Like half his response when you talk to him is saying something, giving some information, and he's like, I like youngsters. I'm like, oh, that's so wrong.
That is wrong. Why is that in the game?
Well, it's like the whole list of all the different, players. So you go, I like, I'm trying to think of the other trainers or gym leader. Well, I guess gym leaders aren't in the game.
Yeah, but
preschoolers.
You're making it worse.
No, preschoolers are in it.
Oh, that's weird.
There are preschoolers in the game.
Let's move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I guess you could say I like preschoolers.
Yeah, that's no.
There's some weird stuff in this game.
Yeah. Have you noticed that the translation feel weird to you?
The whole game feels a little weird to me.
Well, yeah. And Pokemon generally has this weird, upbeat, optimistic thing, and they're all just cheerful and everything. And that's there as well, which is a little weird if you're not used to it. But it seems like some of the things people say are very strange, and I still can't quite figure out is that they just wanted to be a little weird on purpose, or if it was a weird translation, or I don't know what it is, but the whole game feels a little awkward.
Oh yeah,
like when it comes to conversations.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some subversive stuff going on in the game.
Well, yeah.
And I think it's intentional.
Yeah. There's always been that kind of thing within the Pokemon games, but yeah, it seemed a little weird. I don't know.
Yeah, me and Graham were both, because literally we were just sitting in the same room just playing the game, and he was over across the room, and he was like a step ahead of me in the game, so I would be sitting there, and then I would just I'd laugh and just read him something that just popped up or something weird someone says, and he would laugh and he'd go, yeah, that's weird, so we were just like kind of enjoy. I was always just behind him. He would say something that's weird that's coming up, and I'd get there, and I'm like, that's just really weird.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but
it's strange, but it's fun.
It is fun, and Rowlett is adorable and makes me happy. Rowlett is so great.
Like I said, that twirl almost made me switch.
He was just like, he just does a little spin.
It's like someone comes in the room, they got a new outfit, and you're like, oh, give me a twirl, and they give the twirl. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's like, I look nice. I'm going to do
I look nice. I better do a little twirl.
And he kind of hops when he does it.
I'm just like, that's adorable.
Yeah.
It's just,
he's awesome. I'm just telling you. I like, every time I see him, I'm just like, yep, I made the right choice.
Have you seen a Magnemite in the game yet?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have one, actually. I caught one.
Did you notice? Okay, one thing I've noticed in this game, and it may have been in earlier games, I just didn't notice. So Magnemite has bolts.
Yeah, sticking out of his head.
I call them nipple bolts.
Yeah,
because they're kind of
like
position.
right at the right. Yeah,
but that's not the part that bothers me.
The one sticking out of his head.
Huh? No. It's still on the nipples.
Yeah.
Bolts.
Well, he has one sticking out straight up, right?
Yeah, he got that one too. But I'm talking about I'm still on the nipples here. They turn.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Next time you see one, Watch the
I'll
animation.
have to look at mine and see if he turns. Okay.
Watch the animation. Those little bolts twist on their own. And I found that
are we surprised that they
mildly disturbing.
Well, it's funny that, like, there's all kinds of weird things that, like, seeing most of these Pokemon in 3D models for the first time. I didn't play the last one enough to get enough experience of it, but seeing them this way, I noticed weird things that I didn't ever notice. For example, Poliwhirl. I honestly thought the little squirrel thing in the middle of his stomach was his mouth. And that the black dot was his nose. The black dot is his mouth.
Yeah.
And I did not know that until looking at Pokemon Go and watching him, like, animate a little bit. And I was like, wait, that's his mouth? Yeah. I thought the big swirly thing was, like, a weird mouth.
How does that work? Swirly mouth.
You know, this is something that was ingrained in me at a very early age, and maybe my logic wasn't very sound then. And
so your whole
I thought it was like a weird spirally sucking thing. So, you know, it shook my worldview a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing them in full 3D and moving and animating and doing stuff, and you can spin them around in your Pokédex and look at them. You learn new things about Pokemon that you thought you knew well.
Yeah.
Though I have been enjoying the Aloha versions.
Aloha?
Yeah,
the Aloha versions are pretty... Aloha,
they're like... I have a Meowth that's like dark gray.
Yeah, kind of dark gray, bluish color.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then I have...
Oh, you've caught one.
I have one, yeah. I have
nice.
caught one.
I haven't seen... I've seen one, but I haven't caught one.
I was walking through the grass at the training school, and there was one, the first thing I saw. And then I came back later, and that's when I saw a Magnemite.
Nice.
I'm wondering I have both of those.
If depending on I assume which game you play will change what...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are.
Which is probably why I haven't seen them, because, you know, it's probably in Moon. Yeah. More prevalent in Moon, anyway.
Maybe. I imagine we're going to see different stuff. I have a Slowpoke. I have a Seagull, whatever that thing is.
A Wingull.
Wingull or whatever. I
have a problem with those because for a long time, that's all I saw.
Oh, yeah? That you just, nothing but
for
those?
Like a huge, good stretch of the game. In fact, Graham was griping at me because I didn't have very many Pokemon because he was trying to scan my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He had all the stuff I already had.
Oh, yeah.
And I go, I'm sorry, all I've seen is Wingulls.
Is that your first one you caught?
Yeah, and no, it wasn't the first one I caught, but later... It's all I was seeing. I wouldn't see anything new.
Really?
And it was really
I've only
annoying.
seen the one, and I caught it.
Yeah, I caught one. The first one I saw, I caught it, and then I saw 5 or 6 more. It's like, good lord.
What was your first one you caught? I don't know if it's gonna be different.
The woodpecker bird.
Yeah, the
no.
Petipeck.
He's
a little red.
Yeah, I had that one, but I don't know if that was the first one or the Unum?
No, whatever it's called, the Trump-looking one. Yep, that's exactly. Yeah.
I one of those. I can't remember which one.
That was my second
first.
one. That was the second one I caught. Petipeck was the first one.
Yeah.
And I like him. He's kind of cool, but I don't think I had like nothing but flying and normal types. I had a bunch of them. I had Petipeck. I had Wingull. I had, of course, my starter is a flying type as well. And then I had a ladybug, which is just a big ladybug.
Yeah.
I have one of those. And I have one of those. And I'm like, I have almost more than half of my party is flying types.
Yeah.
And so I had to kind of let some of them go. I put Wingull away. I have a Munchlax that I was given as a gift. I don't know why. Because, when you open the menu, there's a thing that says Mystery Gift. I clicked that, and it gave me I went through a thing, and it gave me a Munchlax. Yeah. So I have a Munchlax now.
Graham got a free one, too.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. But...
I don't know if it's the same one, or I don't know how that works, but for some reason I got it.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, let's go on and get into news. Since we spent most of the... Or do you have something else?
I was just going to briefly say I was playing Overwatch as well. Okay. Robert and I spent a good chunk of yesterday. They have some big updates, like Sombra's been out. We were talking about how she's weird and fun to play. But the big thing I want to talk about, they have a new mode called Arcade Mode, where they have you can do like nothing but random brawls, all the brawls that they've been rolling out, weekly brawls. You can just run through any of they just play you random ones. But my favorite thing is they have a one-on-one game, where it's you versus one other player, and you both play the same character, same hero.
Oh, okay.
It just randomly gives you one, and then you both play it, and you have to
you don't
duel
even
it.
Pick.
No, you don't pick. It just you play 5 rounds. Well, you play whoever gets the 5 points first wins. And so you play however many rounds till someone gets 5 points, and every round it's a different. You get a random hero and you duel, and it's weird and fun. I would usually do really well, and then suddenly I start getting characters I don't play as or I don't know very well, and I start losing a lot. But it's weird. I like it. But they also, with that, they have like for every 3 games you win, you get a loot box now. And you up to 3 a week. So you win 9 games playing the arcade mode, and you win 9 games, you get 3 loot boxes. So I've been getting more loot boxes. I still don't get shit out of them. I keep I find I've been so annoyed. I've been grinding with Rowlett for a while. I've been getting a bunch of loot boxes, and I play Reaper, I play Reinhardt, I play Pharah are my 3 main ones I play a lot. Up until yesterday, I've been playing with the base skin on all 3 of them. I get skins for every other character I do not play, but I cannot get one for... I finally got enough coins to buy one for Reinhardt. So I got the Black Knight one for Reinhardt, and finally dumped all the money I had on it, but it's so frustrating. I don't know why I can't see... I've opened a bunch of them, and I can't seem to get anything that I play as. So that's been my gripe, but it's really fun. So if you're playing that, check out that. That's really cool. So I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it while I was at Bro Rob's.
Yeah, you were watching me and him.
He was playing Overwatch while we were playing Pokemon.
Yeah, he was playing Overwatch with me.
Yeah, and so it was we were all kind of having a little gaming session.
Yeah. Except I was like a weird fourth wheel who couldn't hear y'all's conversation. I would hear Robert's side of y'all's conversation.
Yeah.
I'd hear Robert talking to y'all, but otherwise I wouldn't know what that was.
Yeah. All right, let's jump in the news.
Yeah, let's jump in the news before we run out of time.
We spent most of the episode talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
But first, Pokemon news.
Oh, okay.
So this is not a big thing, but because the new game is out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little news, people on the internet doing stuff.
Yeah.
One of the big things people are doing is restarting the game multiple times.
Yeah, that always happens, right?
Yeah, a lot of people do it, but
why are they doing it this time?
This time they're doing it for 2 reasons. One, they're either trying to get a female version of the starter Pokemon.
Okay.
Because the odds are in the game that tend to lean more male.
Okay.
Pokemons.
All right.
And so there people restarting from a save point and reloading getting the starter Pokemon multiple times and trying to get a female.
Okay.
The other thing people are doing is restarting as well to try to get a shiny version of the starter Pokemon.
You can get a shiny as a starter?
You can get a shiny. It's really, really rare. It's like 1 in 4,000.
Really?
And people are restarting and constantly trying to get a shiny version. Now, anyone who doesn't know, the shiny version of a Pokemon is a alternate colored version of the Pokemon.
Like
they're really rare. The most famous one is the red Gyarados.
Yeah, the red Gyarados. That's what I was going to say. It's normally blue, but it was one of the first one I remember hearing about or seeing was the red Gyarados, which is cool. Yeah. I've never had a shiny Pokemon.
I never have either. They're pretty rare.
As far as I can remember.
Yeah, they're pretty rare, and there are people who dedicate not just collecting them or whatever, and spend years doing it. Mm-hmm. But people are spending hours restarting the game trying to get shiny versions. And so, because it piqued my interest, I had to go look, what were they? What is the variation? And it took me a little digging, because there's a lot of fake ones out there, and I think I finally found what they are.
Oh, yeah?
Like, the owl...
I was just starting to look it up to see if I could find it.
The owl, and it's like a green version of him.
Oh,
he's
yeah?
Like green instead of brown or whatever. His color is normally like brown, and he has a green tie.
Yeah, he's like a light tan of the green tie.
Yeah. Now it's more of a light green, still green tie, but light green.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at him now. He's like a light green. That's kind of weird looking.
Yeah. Now, Litten, I actually think is pretty cool, but it's not really worth me going back. He's not black and red. He's white and red.
Oh, he looks like white and orange more. He looks more orange in this picture.
Is it more? It might be. It
looks more like a white and orange. That's cool.
Which I kind of like, and
cool
I kind of want to go back and do it, but that's just. It takes a lot. It's 1 in 4,000 of chance of getting it. So, in theory, you have to reset at least roughly 4,000 times before you might get it.
You might get one. That's cool.
And I can't remember what the seal, I think, is purple.
Yeah, he looks kind of purple. I honestly haven't looked at the seal enough to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks kind of purple, and then the final one has more of a more white and stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think Litten has the best of the shinies, but I don't know. I kind of like the
green owl is cute.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with the regular. He's adorable. I how can you not love that little thing?
Okay, let's not talk about how adorable it is.
All right, let's spend the rest of the episode talking about just how wonderful Rowlett is and how happy he has made me.
Yeah. He's adorable.
I chose him, and he chose me.
Yeah, that's a weird thing where the Pokemon chooses you as well. That's like an element in the game, and that's kind of odd to me. But okay, it's like I'd like it. It'd be funny to me if they actually like didn't choose you. Like you're like you chose you chose Litten.
What if they did that? Like you're like, are you sure you want this one? And you have to like earn your Pokemon's love.
Yeah, that would be great. I thought it might actually do it, but it didn't. And I was like, "Oh, he already loves me. There's no challenge."
What if you're like, "I choose you, Rowlett," and then Rowlett's like, "All right, let's see if he likes you," and he just flies away. and you're like,
"You have to pick from the other two
in game." And then you're like, "I guess I'll take Litten," and Litten's like, "Whatever," because he's a cat.
He's like. I'm not going to be your second choice.
Like, the only one who's enthusiastic about you is what's the seal's name?
No.
And you're like, no. And the seal's just like, yay, I want to pick you. And you're like, nope, I don't want you. And you're like pushing it away with your foot.
Now, I know one person who's picking the seal for a starter.
Sam.
Robert's wife.
Robert's wife, Sam. I don't know why I guessed that. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought she would pick it. I don't know.
Actually, that's not true. I do know someone else. Our youngest cousin is going to pick the seal as well.
Okay.
I forgot about that. I just found that out today.
So we're not she's not the only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, other news.
Wait,
no, I still have one more Pokemon thing.
Oh, one more. Oh, let's just spend all the episode talking about Pokemon. And how awesome Rowlett is.
There's a report from Eurogamer.
Okay.
That the third variation of Pokemon Sun and Moon will be on the Nintendo Switch instead of on the 3DS.
Really? And what's it going to be called?
Interesting. Well, they called it Pokemon Star. Graham texted me about it. He's the first person I heard about it from. Yeah. And he said Pokemon Earth, ? Or Pokemon Star?
Yeah, Star doesn't make sense to me because the sun is a star. Earth makes a lot more sense because it's another planetary entity. My first thought was Eclipse.
Oh, Eclipse.
Because then it's sun and moon, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's what I would have done because I'm a genius.
My thought was it was going to be 2 new games and it was going to be called Pokemon Mars and Venus.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be all about love. Finding love.
Oh, that's really kind of dumb. We're just going to move on from that. I think Eclipse. Eclipse is the best idea. Let's just say that and go on.
Okay. that's okay. I think that's all the Pokemon news.
Okay, all Pokemon news except Rowlett is awesome.
Okay, so we have, like 6 more minutes for the show, so we'll talk about the other news.
Let's rapid fire some other stuff. What do you got?
Okay, got Pokemon. Let's see. No, not Pokemon. I'm not saying that anymore.
Okay.
Fallout 4.
Yeah.
On PS4 finally got mods with the update this week. So we talked about they were coming to it. Now they are available.
Oh yeah. So if you're playing Fallout 4
if you're playing Fallout 4 on the PS4, you can now have mods.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations
all those people who
to
play
you.
it. I don't play
You're getting what I've had since the beginning of the game.
Yeah, basically.
How's it feel?
Let's see what up from
of course,
Nintendo.
I'm mocking the people who are getting Red Dead Redemption 2 while I have to wait unless I buy one. Yep. Anyway, what's up? What's next?
Super Mario Run.
Yeah,
has a release date.
Yeah, I saw that. December 15th.
December 15th.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm kind of cool. I'm interested to check that out.
The only problem right now is that to get a full game or unlimited access to the game, you have to pay $10.
I will see how it is.
Yeah,
I'll try out the trial and then go from there.
They had the quote from it. You can try elements of the game's 3 modes at no cost.
Okay.
But I think it's limited. I guess how many times you can do it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that freemium model thing.
Yeah, so, it wants you to pay $10.
Yeah.
So if you want to get the game and play unlimitedly, you have to pay $10. Which I'm like, it's a little high for a mobile game.
I don't know. We'll have to see how good it is. But yeah, it is a little high. That's like the top end of a mobile game for me.
Yeah. So that happened this week. Minecraft got a new update this week.
I saw something about that, yeah.
It's called the Exploration Update.
Yeah. There's like treasure maps and stuff.
Yeah, there's a treasure map in the game, so you can find maps that lead you to an item of some kind.
Yeah.
So
and there's like
that's
weird
pretty cool.
Evil villagers called villagers.
Yeah, which is weird.
It's a weird name, but as a someone who enjoys some puns, it's okay. It's not the worst they could have done, but it's not the best either.
New dungeons that have the villagers in them and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was interesting enough that I was like, do I have Minecraft installed? Maybe I need to install Minecraft. And same thing with Diablo 3, where I was like, Diablo 3 got some updates. It's got some stuff coming. And I went and downloaded it, and I touched it once, but I'm going to play it. I think I'm going to hold off until the Necromancer comes out, and then that will definitely pull me back in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So that happened this week, and then another big news. EVE Online.
Yeah.
Went free to play this week.
I was going to download it and check it out, but I haven't had a chance. I've been playing Battlefield 1 and Overwatch and Pokemon and everything else.
We should pick a time next week and both get it and both play it together.
Yeah. Well, you're coming in next week because of the whole Thanksgiving thing.
Thanksgiving next week.
Yeah. So maybe we'll figure that out.
Or this week, whenever
this week. This week is Thanksgiving. This is technically our Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
Are you thankful for all the games that we've been playing, Dudley?
Yes.
Yeah. I just wish I had more time and more money to play more of them, like Dishonored 2 or Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
or,
Dishonored 2 came out.
Everything else that comes out.
And the buzz I'm seeing about Dishonored 2 is good.
Yeah. I haven't really checked it out. I've been kind of keeping...
I
didn't want to look at it because I wanted to...
Again, it's one of those things where I don't want to be tempted to buy it.
Yeah, I liked the first one, and it was one of those games I thought I would play through it again. But every time I tried, I just couldn't get into it again. I was just wanting something new in that same world, and I want to see what they do with it. And so I really want to play it. Maybe I'll put it on my Christmas list or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to get games.
Yeah, it's a good time. Because there's so many of them.
Yeah, that's why so many come out this time of year.
There are still games that came out months ago that I wanted to play, like back when we started doing this podcast, that were like XCOM 2. I still haven't played it. I wanted to play it. I really wanted to get it. Haven't played it. Haven't even touched it. Haven't got it.
Christmas list.
StarCraft 2, Legacy of Void, never got it. like to.
Yeah, I haven't got it either.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to, and I play Protoss on Star Trek.
Yeah, that's
StarCraft,
just like
so
your game. Why haven't you got it?
Should play that, and I haven't done it.
Yeah.
But there's only so much time in the world, and
yeah, and you gotta work and stuff.
yeah, gotta make money to pay for those games.
All right. Well, I think it's about time to wrap it up. Unless you got something else you want to squeak in.
Nope, that was it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to playing some Pokemon, and maybe some Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 in, and then
maybe
I'll go play Pokemon with Robert and watch Westworld.
Yeah, Westworld comes out now.
Mm-hmm.
That show's good.
Yes, it is.
It's a real good show. All right. Please go to our website at deafandumb.com. That's DEAFNDUMB.com. At the top of the page, you'll see a link to all our Twitter and Facebook page. Like us over there. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to us, and you'll get all the episodes directly on your phone through iTunes or Google Play, which I still don't think anyone uses.
I haven't checked it. I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, and as always, we keep putting out new episodes every week on Mondays. And we'll just keep doing it, even though Dudley has abandoned me to sit in this room by myself. And I have to look at his face on a tiny screen. It's I'm not missing much there. But
you might as well just put a mirror in front of you.
Yeah, it's close. I mean, I would enjoy it more. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.